Hi everybody, Okami here, and today, per the request of the Lone Fur 575, we are going to build the Mimi Sentry from Team Fortress 2. Don't let her smile fool you, she's already tried to shoot me 6 times before I recorded this. Anyways, let's disassemble her and get that parts list. And here, in an organized view, is every single part you will need to build Mimi. I'll keep it steady for a bit, so you guys can take a photo or screenshot or whatever you need. Focus a bit. Then I'm going to do a flyover just to verify some of the parts. Alright, so over here is all the joints you're going to need, along with a lot of the other smaller pieces. I'm sorry that I'm going to have to make you count all these. I don't really have a proper way to get a parts list just yet. Then over here are some inverted slope bricks. These are actually brackets with 4 studs on each side. There's black, so it's hard to see. Then over here, this brick actually has a hole on top, so that's important. And all of these are 1x2 slopes. These are 1x4 slopes. All of these are flat panels and tiles. All of these are flat. Up here, we have some more brackets and hinges. And these ones actually have 1 stud and hinges on either side. All of these are C-clips, 2 minifigure capes to the skirt, more brackets and everything. So yeah, once again, after that clarification, here's a better shot to view all the parts. I'll try and sort out a parts list later, but I can't do that right now because it has been an odd day and I just want to spend this weekend relaxing. So I'll add it later. Alright, let's begin with the build. First things first, we'll start off with placing a 2x2 gray plate. Then, onto that, we are placing one of these small ball joint pieces and a 2x1 gray plate. Again. Next, we are adding these structures to either side. Then another 2x1 gray brick to help it stay all together, and 2x1 gray brick with a bar, then add this hinge piece, and then add this flat piece. There you have the lower waist. Now let's move on to the legs. So what you're going to want to do is apologize for the weird camera angle. My camera stand is currently missing, so I'm using the hand of Earthrise Scorponok. Anyways, take 2 of these, put them on top of each other, attach them at the end there like that. Then, after that, attach Then after that, take this, attach it here. It's being a little fiddly. All right. Then what you're going to want to do is take 2 black Lego 1x1 flat brick pieces, place them there. Then take one of these hinge pieces. I'll try and hold it up to the camera as best as I can, but this angle's weird and I can't tell how well it looks. So once again, not using a proper camera stand, I'm using Earthrise Scorponok's hand. So then just place this piece right here. Make sure it's facing that way. Then take 2 of these, put them here and here. Do the same exact thing, but mirrored on the other side. So everything you just did, but in the opposite method. Oh, and also add, of course, hang on, sorry. one of these. Next step is, shoot, has that been off camera? Okay, it should look like this. Sorry, I'm really sorry about this. Camera's being wonky. All right, now flip it on its back. Take some black Lego studs, place them here and here. There doesn't have to be a hole in there, just use any studs you want. All right. Then next, what you're gonna wanna do is, sorry, had to adjust my camera stand. Now, next step is to take one of these, place it like that. Once you do that, take another black 2x1 square, place it here. Then we're going to build the little heel spur thing that comes out of the bottom of her foot. Take a 2x1 brick, and not brick, like the flat piece, place it like that. Then take, all right, I'm actually just going to put it on the ground here so it's easier for me to figure out where things can be visible. Then take one of these slope pieces, add it here. And then to even things out, you'll need one smooth flat piece and one 1x1 brick like this. Place them here. And there you have one of the heel spur things. Now let's actually work on making the calf and everything else. So what you're going to want is two of these double hinge, I'm not sure this is coming up, sorry. What you're going to want is two of these double hinge pieces with one stud in the center. Then place the little 2-clip hinge pieces on the sides, but invert them. Like if you look from the top, you'll see there are stud. Let me hold this better. If you look from the top, you'll see there are studs here and here. Next, take 4 these slope pieces. These ones. I'm not sure if that's coming up. I'll move the camera a bit. Okay. And add them to the sides. And see that little stud right there? Add this onto there, fold over. We're almost done with one calf. And needless to say, do the exact same thing for the other leg. You don't even have to mirror it. You can literally just do the exact same thing. So 1 and 2. Now you're going to be doing another build that you will have to, I'm just going to say whenever you have to make 2 of something, just do it now. Okay, so we're going to be making that front part of the leg. So first what you're going to want to do is set up this as a base plate. And this is a 5x1. Then put this little part here to become the toe. Oh, so one slope. Hope you can see that. Then take a flat 1x1 brick, slab, sorry, and put it right there. Then to start curving out the leg a bit, what you'll want to do is take a black 1x4, place that right here. You can take a 1x1 of any color. I just used trans orange for this. Place it here. Then take a slope. Place it here. Place another black flat 1x1 here. And to finish it off, a yellow 2x2. 2x1. Make 2 of these, take the legs, and see that trans orange piece? That trans orange piece will plug in right onto the leg here. Should look like this when you're done, all folded up. So open up, take the piece, line up that orange bit. Trying to make sure you guys can see that on camera, but I'm not sure how well this is coming off. Fold it shut, and there you have her legs, which actually, like, you can't really see it from this angle, but they stand surprisingly well. All right, let's move on to the torso and arms. All right, let's get started with the torso. First things first, you're going to want one of these, which is a plate piece that has only 2 studs and just a smooth part on this side. You're gonna need 2 of them for this section, actually. So what you're gonna need for this is, first of all, take one of these ball joint pieces and one of these socket pieces, but we're not gonna connect them. We are instead put one on top of the other like this. Ignore my dog barking in the background. So then take this piece, add this on top. See, it's smooth because that way it doesn't intersect with this. Then take a 2x1 brick, place that on top like that. Then take the other smooth piece, place that here, and then place this sloped 2x1 piece on top. And that will give the waist that sort of chunky look it has on the normal model, but it will also keep it slim. Now, as for the skirt, I would recommend using 4 of these, but I only have 2, and these are actually some of the most expensive things on Bricklink. Black minifigure capes. Yep. All right, so what you want to do is you want to take one, fold it over like you would for applying it to a minifigure. I'd recommend getting the ones with these holes in the fabric. That way it's a little easier to fold them. So fold them over onto each other. And then, well, I suppose you could probably just do it one at a time. That would be easier. But then you want to slide it over the ball joint, and it should fit like that. Then take the other one, fold it over, attach it to the ball joint. I would recommend using 4, but like I said, these are one of the priciest things on Bricklink, so be cautious with that. Now, for the rest of the upper torso, you're going to need 4 of these. You'll want to assemble them, like 2x3 flat bricks, and assemble them into this. Next, what you're going to want to do is you'll want 3 of these pieces and 2 of those ball joint things before. You'll see them in the parts list section of this video. Anyways, you need all of this. Is that coming up on camera? Yeah, it's coming up on camera. Okay. So, what you're going to want to do is place one piece like that, these 2 pieces on the side, this piece on top, forming this little cube thing, which, if you want to now, you can attach this just to see where it's going. Next, take 2 of these, and these will resemble her sort of, okay, it's like a 1x1 with a 2x2 bracket. I'll just place it down so you can get a look at that. These are meant to resemble her shoulder straps, but unfortunately, we don't have them in gray. I only have them in black. If you can find them in gray, good luck. I don't even think the part exists in gray, but good luck. Anyways, take another one of these slope pieces. Move this out of the way. Take one of these slope pieces, add it here. Repeat this twice. And take another one of those slope pieces, but in red. Next, I'm going to build her little NG symbol. Now, obviously, I don't have a print for that, unfortunately. I wish I did. But we'll take 2 1x3 flat pieces and put them on top of each other. Then a flat 2x1, place that here. and a yellow 1x1 tile. Both of these here. And they should be about the size of a brick when you're done. Then bring the torso back into fray. Put this here. Put the shoulder straps on the sides. And put on that little red part. And there you have her torso. Now let's get started on those arms. One of the most important parts of this, because, you know, it wouldn't be a Sentry without the giant gun on the right arm. So, what you're going to want to do is take two of these little bracket pieces, 2x1, 2x1. You're also going to need 2x1 pieces. So rotate the arms, all the forearms or whatever they're called, upwards. Then add, biceps. Add these on top. So it looks like that. And these on the bottom. Don't worry about the back. If you want to fill out the back, feel free to do so on your own model, but I did not do it on mine. Then take two red flat 2x1 tiles and place those on here. Then take these 3x1 tile pieces and place them on the arms to make her arm. Now we'll get started on the hand for the left arm. So what you're going to want to start off with, first of all, is, apologize for this taking so long. The way I'm doing this is I'm going to make the parts list later, but then if I'm filming this, I'm building it as I'm disassembling it. So that you guys get a more comprehensive look, and I apologize that that takes so long, but I want you guys to be able to build these and enjoy these. Okay, so build this with one of these 2x2 joined in socket things and one of these 2x1, well, 2x, they're both 2x1. You get the idea. Take one of these yellow bracket things and two of these little clips. These will attach here. Then take two gray slopes. Is it even showing up on camera? I don't know. Let's move them over here. Take two of these gray slopes and attach them here. And then take a flat 2x1 tile. Place that there. There you have your two fingers on the top. While we're here, we might as well take another 2x1 tile. Place it on the top of this. Now let's flip this over. Finish the other side. So for this, what you're going to want is one of these 2x1s with a little bar inside, preferably yellow. Place that there. Then take this little clip thing. We'll see why I'm doing this in a bit. I'll take this little clip, place it on the ground so you can see it better. It's like a little claw with a bar on the end. You want to put this on here. You might be thinking, that's a pretty stubby thumb. Well, that's not the thumb. We're going to make the thumb. Take one of these little pieces, 1x1 with this weird bar thing on the side. These are really useful. And slide it on there. And then to give her that gray thumb, take another black 2x1 tile, place it on top. And now, not only does she have individual fingers, but a somewhat opposable thumb. Then just take two yellow 2x1s, stack them together, add them on, and that makes an arm. Now let's finish up the torso by building the other arm, because, well, it's Sentry Girl and she needs her gun. Always need the gun. So, start off by building that piece. Next on the agenda. Okay. So, next you take a white stud and actually this would preferably be a brick. I don't have, well, not a brick. I mean, this would be a stud with it would have a stud on top, but I had to use a smooth one. So put this here and this white stud here. Next, what you're going to want to do is do the same thing, but on the other side. So like I said, you're going to want one of those bricks with a stud on it. This one actually has a stud on it, so preferably get that. Place it here. like this. Next, for the outer casing of the gun, you're going to want to put a piece like this here. Well, like, hang on. So like, see how it's a bracket piece where it has 2x1 on the bottom and 2x2 on the sides? So you'll want one going up and one going down to give it this sort of box. Should look like that. Then take this 1x3, place it here, and then to build the actual barrel itself, we're going to use this neat little technique. So you'll need two 1x1 plates, and then this 1x1 brick with a, I'm not sure it's showing up, with a hole in it. So place this here, place this onto here, and then place this assembly right here. And next we're building the actual barrel of the gun. So what you'll want to do is take one of these flat 2x1 pieces with only one stud, just one stud on this side, and place it onto here. Then place an actual 2x2 brick. I've been saying brick this entire video and I haven't even used an actual one in the set yet. Place that there. Then place a red dot on the bottom for the camera, like the Sentry light, and a stud with a hole through it. That's the only one I actually think you'd want a hole through it for. On the top for the barrel of the gun. It's falling apart in my hands. And then for the outside detail, what you'll want to do. Sorry, hang on. Parts are being annoying. Get off of that, please. For the love of God. If there is one. Okay. Alright, now preferably for this top piece, you would want a 1x2 flat tile, but I was running low on parts, so I have a 2x2 and a 1x1 here. So use the 2x2 to bridge the gap between the two pieces and keep that locked in, and the 1x1 to place here. And we're almost done. You can have the Sentry gun without those little spots on the sides, so you want to take these round pieces with a single stud on top, then take a black round 1x1 tile. Could be a stud if you want, but I like this because it's smooth. Place this here, and take another one and place it here. And that's why we have these brackets here, so you can place one on this side and flip it over. One on this side. There you have the gun. Now to finish off the rest of the arm, same like this one, but with red, take one of these pieces, flat 2x1 tile, place that there, and then two 2x2 and 2x1 tiles, stack them on top of each other, place them there, put it on the arm, and there you have the upper torso and skirt. So fold open the skirt, take the legs, and socket to ball joint. Now, this is the reason I added that little hinge there. It's so the skirt will fold over properly onto the rest of the figure. All right. At long last, nearing completion, we have the body. The body is ready. Now let's move on to the head. All right. Now for the most probably difficult and involved part of this build, the head. This took me a lot of tries to try and get as good looking as I could. And well, here we go. So first things first, you're going to want two of these, but I only have one, which is why on the parts list you're going to see these two. There's going to be a lot of stuff like that in this video, honestly. You've already heard like a bunch of it. Anyways, place those together. Then what you're going to want to do next is take 3 of these little slope pieces here. And admittedly, you'd want a 1x3 thing for this. Once again, don't have that. So instead, using one 1x2 and one 1x1 for this. So put it together like that with all these on top. And put that onto, oh wait, no. Leave that be for now. Next, what you're gonna wanna do is take a 1x3, and then also, you're going to want to take, sorry for this, such a long video, for such a tiny build. God, I can't imagine what would happen if I tried building one of my bigger figures. Anyways, take 3 of these 1x2 joints with a little clip on the end. Then take the versions with the clip, and the other ones had bars, so these ones have the clips. That's coming up on camera. And then what you'll want to do is when you're attaching them, invert them. So have, like, for example, put these two together, there will be studs on this side and studs on this side. Do the same thing with all of them. Then put them all together and add that 1x3 plate from earlier. Like, just link them all together. You know what I mean. I'm no professional. Then take the slope pieces you made earlier, add them to the back. Then take the brick we made at the start and add that onto everything else. And this is just the back end of the hair. We still have the face and other things to go. Before we go any further, let's at least finish up the hair. So you're going to want to make this 3 times. You'll want these slope pieces, 1 2x1 brick, 1 1x1 tile, and 1 1x1 brick. So what you're going to want to do here is take this tile, take this flat piece. These are flat pieces, and add that here. Then take the tile, add it here. Then take the 1x1 stud thing and add it here. I'm trying to remember all the names of everything. Like I said, you want to build this thing 3 times. Place them all on the end here. There you have the back of the hair, all posable to help move that head around and keep the hair flowing. I would have made it longer, but that's as long as I can get it. All right, let's move this aside for now and start getting work on building the in-between pieces. And by that I mean in between the back of the head and the face. I really hope my voice is coming up on this, and if it's not, I'm going to be very pissed. I'm going to be extremely pissed. I'm going to be unapologetically pissed. All right, so first let's start with the actual piece that will connect everything together and also connect the head to the body. That piece right there. Next, take 2 1x2 things here, stack them on top of each other, and place it on top like that. Next, you're going to want to take 2 actual 1x1 bricks, and you can use any 1x1 thing for this. I just used 2 red studs. Put the studs, the ends of these, next, take 2 1x1 pieces. I'd prefer that you use white or gray for this, but I have one of each here. And then take this red 1x3, put the 2 studs together, put them on top of the 1x3. Should look like that. Then take the bricks with the studs, here, put all this on the back like that. Next, I'm going to work with this is the connector between the two. I'm going to work on the upper connector on the top of the head. So, you're going to want to pull out 1x3, 1 1x1 black down plate. Then 2 of these 1x1 bricks with 2 studs on the side. These are not brackets. These are actually built into the brick. This is important as this makes it smoother and more flush on the head. So make sure you have these ones. You're going to need another one of these. Then a flat 1x3 tile. Then a gray 1x3 plate. Another black 1x1 plate. And this stud actually does have to be red for this. So let's begin with put the red stud on the black plate and put this on the gray plate. That forms her little headband with the light on top. Then arrange these like so. I believe so. Yes. Arrange these like so. And place this here. Then place this black piece on top of this red piece, like that. Remember, studs directly on the brick. Put these on the sides here. Take this in the back and connect it all. As an end result, the black stud will stick out on the back, but it will look like this. It should look like this. This on the bottom, this on the top, and that will keep the entire head together. Now we'll work on the sides and we'll leave the face for last. So for the sides, this is a sort of mirror build. So I'm going to try and keep it as simple as I can. So I'll need one of these flat red pieces with the bar and 2 slopes. Add these slopes onto the sides here and here. Next, take one of these little red clip pieces and plug that right here. Take another one of those slope pieces, plug it on top, and that will create a little bit of hair next to her head that you can move around or whatever. Then take one of these longer clip pieces, add it here. And take this flat 2x2 tile, finally I can actually say that and be right, place it on top. Now you'd want red for this, but I didn't have red, I had black, so you'll want one of these hinge pieces, flat one, and place it here. And for the final piece of this, take one of those long slopes and add a 1x1 tile on the bottom of that and add it here. There you have the side of her hair. You want to do the same exact thing on the other side, except, you know, mirror it so it should look like that. All right, now for the head. Now, sorry, not the head, the face. Don't want to make the face. All right, so what you'll need is 3 1x3 tiles, 3 slopes, another black 1x1 tile, a red 1x1 stud, trans red, and all right, so for these, what I did was, these are both tiles, so a 1x3 white tile and a 1x2 white tile. What I did is I took the tile, and I took some paper, and I folded the paper over the tile. Then I cut away the excess and made sure there was enough left that it could just stay on the tile independently. And then I drew on the features. I did the same with the eye here. And then to assemble, first put this black 1x1 tile on top of here. Then place the red bit on top there. Use this tile to connect these 2 halves together. I'd actually recommend, like, when you're placing the paper tiles, place the tiles with paper on first. So take the eye, place it here, and make sure the paper is being held together by one another because the friction of the bricks applying will help keep the paper in place. It's not perfect, but it works. Then place this last 1x3 tile on here. And these 3 slope pieces will go up here, here, and here to form the top of the hair. The face looks a little small. Bring in the rest of these pieces, and let's actually assemble the head. So start off with putting the big hair piece on the bottom. Take this piece, add it here. Take this piece, add it here. Then take the face, and all of it should plug in right on top. Make sure everything's nice and tight, pegged in. Everything's where it should be. Can't believe this broke off camera. Then take the hair thingies on the sides, add them to said sides. Make sure everything's all locked up together. And there you have Mimi's head with fully posable and moving hair so you can get out of the way for posability. Next, bring over the body. See that socket, see the ball, attach the head. And there you have the fully made, fully posable Mimi Sentry. And there you have the Mimi Sentry. Just a fun little gremlin that wants to shoot anything that is wearing the opposite primary color of what her team currently is. I'm honestly really happy with this model. It's just really nice, really posable, and it's small and can fit in your pocket. Just bring it wherever you want. Oh, and for you Transformers fans, her blaster, and like the firing port of her gun, is blast effect compatible. So you can also do shit like that. And if you're looking for a level 3 Sentry, I have actually built one based off the design of Zoopity Scoops on Twitter. I will leave a link to them in the description because they're honestly really fucking cool. They make a whole lot of really damn cool artwork. And I'd frankly love to build their thing, but not today because it took me a while to make this video. Anyways, if you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you've got any requests, please leave them in the bottom. Like, I can make the Sentry over here. I've actually built that smaller Sentry girl, but I couldn't make her cape, so I made her transform into a little level 1 Sentry. I mean, I've got Roxanne, Chica, Foxy, Old Man Consequences, and Ard. Springtrap is overcomplicated. That will be like a big subscriber special thing or something like that. Anyways, if you're looking for any other videos, feel free to check out my channel, although a lot of them are old and not too proud of some of them. Some of them were made in different times, but that's besides the point. Thank you for watching and listening to my weird ramble at the end of this. Alright, bye!